Blessing never thought her marriage would end with her husband trying to kill her. But looking back, she should have seen the signs. When she married Eric 3 years ago, she thought she had found love. He was charming, handsome. He said all the right things. "I love you, Blessing. I'll take care of you forever." And she believed him. They had a small wedding in Lagos. Her father, Chief Wisdom, walked her down the aisle with tears in his eyes. "Are you sure about this man?" her father whispered before giving her away. "Yes, Daddy, I love him." Her father nodded slowly, but she could see the doubt in his eyes. 6 months after the wedding, her father died suddenly. Heart attack. Blessing was devastated. Her father had been her everything. But at least she had Eric, right? She was wrong. When her father's lawyer read the will, everything changed. Chief Wisdom leaves his entire estate, his properties, his businesses, his investments to his daughter, Blessing Wisdom. Blessing was shocked. "Everything? What about my uncles, my cousins?" The lawyer nodded. "Your father was very clear. Everything goes to you, and it's all in your name. Your husband has no legal claim to any of it." Blessing looked at Eric. He was smiling, but his eyes were cold. That night, Eric's attitude changed. "Why did your father leave everything to you?" he asked, his voice tight. "Because I'm his daughter." "But I'm your husband," Eric snapped. "Everything you own should be mine too." Blessing frowned. "Eric, what are you talking about? We have everything we need. My father's company is doing well. We're rich." "We?" Eric laughed bitterly. "No, Blessing. You're rich. I'm just the man who married you." Blessing tried to reach for his hand. "That's not true." He pulled away. "Forget it." From that day, Eric became distant, cold. He would come home late. He stopped touching her, stopped talking to her, and he started spending more time with Blessing's best friend, Ella. Ella had been Blessing's friend since university. They did everything together, shared secrets, shared dreams. Blessing trusted her completely. So when Eric started inviting Ella to their house for dinners, for parties, for business meetings, Blessing didn't think anything of it. "She's my friend," Blessing told herself. "And Eric is my husband. They would never." But they would. One night, Blessing came home early from a business trip. She was supposed to be away for 3 days, but the meeting ended early. She walked into her house, excited to surprise Eric. But she was the one who got surprised. She heard sounds coming from the bedroom, laughter, mourning. Her heart stopped. She pushed open the door and there they were, Eric and Ella, in her bed, naked, together. Ella screamed and grabbed the sheets. Eric jumped up, his face red. "Blessing, this isn't..." Blessing couldn't speak. She couldn't breathe. She just stood there, staring at the two people she loved most in the world. "How long?" she finally whispered. Eric didn't answer. "How long?" Blessing screamed. Ella started crying. "Blessing, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean for this to happen." "Get out," Blessing said, her voice shaking. "Both of you, get out of my house." Eric grabbed his clothes. "Blessing, let me explain. Get out!" They left. Blessing collapsed on the floor and cried until she had no tears left. The next morning, Eric came back. "We need to talk," he said. Blessing's eyes were swollen from crying. "What is there to talk about? You cheated on me with my best friend." "I want a divorce," Eric said flatly. Blessing looked at him, shocked. "You want a divorce? You're the one who cheated." "I don't love you anymore. Ella, I love Ella, and I want to marry her." Blessing felt like she'd been slapped. "You're serious?" "Yes." "Fine," Blessing said quietly. "But you're not getting anything. The house, the company, the money, it's all mine. My father left it to me. Eric's jaw tightened. We'll see about that. 2 weeks later, Eric came to Blessing, looking remorseful. Before we get divorced, let's celebrate our second anniversary, he said. One last memory, just you and me. Blessing was surprised. Why would you want to do that? Because even though things didn't work out, we had good times, Eric said, his voice soft. I want to remember those times. Blessing hesitated. A part of her wanted to say no, but another part, the part that still loved him, wanted one last moment. Okay, she said. On their anniversary, Eric took her to the Lagos harbor. Where are we going? Blessing asked. I rented a yacht, Eric said, smiling. We're going to have a private dinner on the water, just like we talked about before we got married. Blessing's heart softened. Maybe there was still hope. Maybe they could fix this. They boarded a yacht and sailed out into the open ocean. The sun was setting, painting the sky orange and pink. It was beautiful. They ate, they talked. Eric even held her hand. For a moment, Blessing forgot about the cheating. For a moment, she felt like his wife again. Then Eric stood up. I need to tell you something, he said. What is it? He looked at her, his eyes empty. I'm sorry, Blessing, but I can't let you live. Before she could react, Eric grabbed her and pushed her overboard. Blessing hit the water hard and slammed her face on a rock. She couldn't breathe. She was drowning. The last thing she saw before the water pulled her under was the yacht disappearing into the distance. Blessing didn't know how long she was in the water. She drifted in and out of consciousness, her face and body numb, her lungs burning. Just when she thought it was over, she heard a voice. Hey, there's someone in the water. Strong hands pulled her out. She coughed up seawater, her body shaking violently. Oh my goodness, the voice said. You're safe now. She looked up and saw a man. His face was blurry, but his eyes were kind. She woke up in a hospital. Her face was wrapped in bandages. A private room, machines beeping softly, sunlight streaming through the window. The man from the boat was sitting in a chair next to her bed. You're awake, he said, smiling. Where am I? Blessing's voice was hoarse. You're in Lagos General Hospital. I found you in the water 3 weeks ago. You almost died. Blessing's memories came flooding back. Eric, the boat, the betrayal. She started crying. He tried to kill me. My husband, he pushed me into the ocean. The man's face darkened. Do you want me to call the police? Blessing shook her head. No, he thinks I'm dead. If I go to the police now, he'll just lie. He'll get away with it. Look at what he did to me. The man leaned forward. Then what do you want to do? Blessing looked at him, her eyes burning with rage. I want revenge. The man smiled. My name is Vincent, and I think I can help you with that. Vincent was a billionaire businessman, oil and real estate. He had money, power, and connections. Vincent slew Blessing to South Africa for plastic surgery. If you want revenge, you need a new face, he said. He can't recognize you. Blessing agreed. The surgery took months. They reshaped her nose, her cheekbones, her entire face. When Blessing looked in the mirror for the first time, she didn't recognize herself. She was beautiful, more beautiful than before, but she was no longer Blessing. She was someone new, someone Eric would never see coming. 1 year later, Blessing returned to Lagos. She had a new name, a new face, a new identity. She was now Bianca Justin, a mysterious businesswoman from South Africa looking to invest in Nigerian companies. Vincent helped her create a fake business empire. Websites, offices, press releases, everything looked real. And Eric took the bait. By this time, Eric had married Ella. They were living in Blessing's house, running Blessing's company, spending Blessing's money. Everyone believed Blessing had drowned. Her body was never found, but after a year, she was declared legally dead. Eric played the role of the grieving widower perfectly. He even gave interviews. "I miss my wife every day," he told the newspapers, wiping fake tears. "But I'm grateful that Ella has been here to support me." It made Blessing sick, but it also made her more determined. She arranged a meeting with Eric through a business contact. "Mr. Eric Justin Martins, I'd like to discuss a potential partnership with your company." Eric agreed immediately. He was always looking for money. When Blessing, now Bianca, walked into his office, Eric's jaw dropped. You're beautiful," he stammered. Bianca smiled. "Thank you, Mr. Martins. Shall we discuss business?" But Eric wasn't interested in business. He was interested in her. Over the next few months, Bianca played him like a puppet. She flirted with him, had dinners with him, made him believe she was fallen for him. Eric was obsessed. He would cancel meetings with Ella just to see Bianca. He would buy her expensive gifts. He would text her constantly. "I think I'm falling in love with you," Eric confessed one night. Bianca smiled. "You barely know me." "I don't care," Eric said. "I've never felt this way before." "Liar," Blessing thought, but she kept smiling. Bianca presented Eric with a business opportunity. "I'm starting a new tech company, cryptocurrency investments, blockchain technology. It's going to be huge." Eric's eyes lit up. "How much do you need?" $10 million, Bianca said. "But the returns will be massive. Within 6 months, you'll triple your investment." Eric didn't hesitate. "I'm in." "Are you sure?" Bianca asked, pretending to be concerned. "That's a lot of money." "I trust you," Eric said, taking her hand. "I'll do anything for you." Eric liquidated everything, sold properties, emptied accounts, took loans. He put every single naira into Bianca's fake company. For 3 months, everything looked great. Bianca sent him fake reports showing profits. Then suddenly, the company collapsed. "I'm so sorry, Eric," she called, crying fake tears. "We were hacked. All the money is gone." Eric's face went white. "What? That's impossible." "The police are investigating, but I don't know if we'll get the money back." Eric fell to his knees. "No, that was everything I had. Everything." 2 weeks later, the police showed up at Eric's company. "Eric Martins, you are under arrest for money laundering and fraud." "What? I didn't do anything." But the evidence was clear. The fake company had been flagged. Investigators traced the money, and it looked like Eric had been running the scam himself. Bianca had set him up perfectly. The trial was fast. Eric sat in the courtroom, pale and defeated. Ella was nowhere to be seen. She had fled the country the moment he was arrested. The prosecutor called a surprise witness. "We call Bianca Justin to the stand. Bianca walked in, her heels clicking against the floor. Eric looked up, confused. "What are you doing here?" Bianca sat down calmly. "Mr. Martins," the prosecutor said, "do you know this woman?" "Yes," Eric said. "She's my business partner. She's the one who—" "She's the one who what?" the prosecutor interrupted. Eric hesitated. "Let me help you," the prosecutor said. 2 years ago, you pushed your wife, Blessing Martins, off a boat in the middle of the ocean. You left her to die. Is that correct?" The courtroom went silent. Eric's face went white. I don't. The prosecutor smiled. "What if I told you that Blessing didn't die?" Eric looked at Bianca. "No," Eric whispered. "No, this is impossible." Bianca smiled. "Hello, Eric." "You tried to kill me," Blessing said, her voice cold. "But I survived. And now I'm taking everything from you, just like you tried to take everything from me." Eric tried to stand, but the guards pushed him back down. "This is impossible," he screamed. "Blessing is dead." DNA evidence confirms that Bianca Justin is in fact Blessing Martins. Medical records from her recovery and plastic surgery in South Africa confirm her identity. The judge banged his gavel. "Eric Martins, you are found guilty of attempted murder and fraud. You are sentenced to 25 years in prison." Eric screamed as they dragged him away. Blessing watched, her face calm. She got justice finally. 6 months later, Blessing stood in a beautiful beach overlooking the ocean. She was wearing a white dress. Vincent stood beside her, holding her hand. "Are you ready?" he asked, smiling. Blessing nodded. "I am." They exchanged vows in front of a small group of friends and family. When Vincent kissed her, Blessing felt something she hadn't felt in years. Peace. She had lost everything. But she had gained something more important: herself.